This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The following presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health. Well, good evening and welcome to Terry Gregg Court in the Shelton High School Mini Dome. Tonight, Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, continues coverage of high school basketball with an Evergreen Conference girls matchup between the Aberdeen Bobcats and the Shelton Highclimbers. My name is Diedrich Allen, and joining me for this broadcast is Jerry Apple.
Hi, Diedrich.
Jerry. We also have a special guest. It's Ben Johnson.
Thanks.
We brought him in. And we also have Daryl White is in the building tonight, not in his undisclosed location. That's disclosed. It's right down there in the seats. So he'll be helping us out with the broadcast. Shelton is 8-3 on the season, 1-0 in the conference. The Highclimbers are coming off Tuesday's 60-46 win over Black Hills. Aberdeen has a 3-5 overall record, also 1-0 in EVCO play. The Bobcats beat Centralia Tuesday 47-43. Similar opponents so far this season, Hopewell. Shelton beat the Grizzlies 48-22 on December 21st, while Aberdeen lost 60-57 on December 12th. Last time the two teams met was last season, with Aberdeen beating Shelton 47-39 on January 31st, 2024. The Bobcats have won the last 8 games with the Highclimbers. The last Shelton win over Aberdeen was 53-45 on December 4th. Get this, 2015. I went deep into the archives to find that. Coming up, we'll talk with Shelton coach Chris Swanson, give you the starting lineups, and of course, a tip-off. We're going to talk to Ben in a moment about officiating. This is all coming up on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Kids learn by watching adults, so consume cannabis out of sight of young people. And be a Mason County kid's greatest influence. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
Find us on Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. Subscribe and follow Mason Web TV so you never miss anything.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD 3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back. Wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a down line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a down line, call PUD 3 at 360-426-8255.
You know you don't have to wear your PT gear anymore, right?
It's comfortable.
So how's civilian life treating you?
It's fine.
When I got out, I didn't want to admit that there was anything wrong because I felt like a failure. And then I realized, there's nothing to be ashamed of. So I started talking to someone. Maybe you are fine, but if you're not, it's okay.
Thank you.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
And we're back here in the Mini Dome. Diedrich Allen, Jerry Apple. And Ben Johnson, we're going to bring you up into our broadcast position, everyone. This is Diedrich. Jerry's over there. Here's Ben. I asked, Jerry asked Ben to come in, but we wanted to talk about officiating from an official point of view, because you spent how many years doing officiating?
I worked for 38 years in Lewis County and the South Sound Officials Association in Olympia.
Okay. Where to start?
Sure.
Officiating is not an easy job by any means.
Right.
Turn Jerry down. We got the band going, so it's a little loud in here. As an official, what's the message you want to give to people?
Well, it's a hard job, right? A lot of the officials are starting very young, sometimes in junior high or high school. They're kind of just starting out at the YMCA level.
Mm-hmm.
They're going into the middle school level, and some of them make it to the high school level and varsity level. It takes quite a while to get there, sometimes 3, 4, 5, 6 years for some of them. There's an apprentice program. It's a 2-year program that they have to go through. There's an apprentice program. There's meetings that they have to attend. There's both on-court and off-court training that they do. There's tests that they do. There's a certification.
Okay.
There's weekly or bi-weekly test or quiz that the officials do. Most of that is virtual or online, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of work that goes in to a young official that to get that person started, him or her. We don't have enough women working, that's for sure. I think there's only one woman working in the association this year. That I just talked to Bob Shaw, the secretary, today, and he told me it'd be nice to have more women.
More.
So, it's quite a process. It's quite a learning process for the officials. A lot of them have, they played basketball or they're athletic and they have a real good feel for it. Some are just want to come out and help. The other group that comes out is the group of retired folks. They need to have something in their life after retirement, maybe a hobby, that sort of thing. You may have seen some of the older officials. Some of them just started at 65, 66. So, but they have passion. They love it. They work hard. A lot of those turn out to be some of the better officials. But most of them are that, maybe from college to their 40s or so.
So you told me once that you started officiating in college.
Yeah.
Because you didn't want to work as a dishwasher or something like
exactly.
that, but you needed some cash.
Yeah, and it's a great opportunity. Right now, if you're doing a junior high game, or they usually do 2 junior high games, they're getting paid over $50 a game. So a young person who's doing 2 middle school or junior high games, they're making over $100 because they get travel also.
No, travel too.
Yeah, there's a little bit of travel in there. Not much.
Is it mileage or just?
Yeah, mileage. Yeah.
Okay. Well, but mileage is, I want to say, 72 cents a mile. Now. So
I'm not sure if high school basketball or WAA is paying that, but yeah, it is. It's definitely worth it for a young person. I got to say, as you get older, a lot of the guys are just doing it to help out the youth. Some of them are doing it because they need a little extra money, that sort of thing. But most of us, we're doing it because we love to be out there. We love to be with the students. And, you get the best seat in the gym.
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You had something else to add?
I caught myself a lot of times just appreciating the game and getting caught up. Sometimes, you just see a great play, and it's like you tell yourself, wow.
Wow.
So
I say that almost every game is wow. But let's talk about when you're on the floor, and usually you have 3 officials. Sometimes it's only 2, but they want 3 per game, right?
Yeah, so back in the old days, it was 2.
Right,
and
I remember those.
It was really difficult. Covering an entire court with 2 was something that none of us want to go back to. We still have to do that once in a while, but like tonight, there will be 3 officials there.
So let's talk about they're positioned on the court in certain places.
Sure.
Is there a reason for that?
Yes, there's absolutely a reason. And if you think of the court broken up into thirds, basically, there's what you call a lead official who's under the basket, a center official who's kind of in the middle, free throw line extended on one side or the other, and then a trail official that kind of trails the play all the way down. And the court is broken up. The person the official underneath the basket basically has, the key, the paint.
The key,
all right.
Okay.
That's usually, that person's watching the bigs, watching, watching the forwards and the centers, that sort of thing. And of course, the two on the outside are watching mostly the outside play, the guard play, the forward play.
So, and I also noticed that they rotate around.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, and that's so you're not stuck in one position for too long, for a few reasons. You want to get a better view, but it's also, keeping you away from the bench sometimes. Maybe maybe a coach is hot and is not happy with your last call. Well, your next call, you would be switching, and I won't be getting into exactly how that works, but you'd be switching on every foul you switch.
Okay.
There's a system.
Jerry, had anything?
Yeah, I do. Rule changes. Have you seen several rule changes in the last 2 or 3 years that have been good or the same?
So this year, some of the rule changes, well, a couple of big ones, is delay of game. That was a point of emphasis. Okay. And basically, and I've been through it where a player is not happy with you. They might just give you the stare down, put the ball down, and walk away. And, that just grinds officials. We don't like that. We have a hard time with that. So players are supposed to give you or hand the ball to a closest official. A lot of times you'll see, players not quite doing that all the time.
Right.
So that is, a delay a game. Things like reaching over the end line during a throw-in. That's another delay of game. There's 5 different delay of game.
But those are the things you learn about in your training.
Absolutely,
so,
yeah. So those are some of the rule changes.
Is that a warning the first time?
It's a warning, and then you hopefully that takes care of it at that point. But sometimes you have to go to a technical. I mean, that's just one of the things I've told young officials is a technical is a tool. It's just part of the game. It's one of the things we have to do, and most of the time that settles everything down. So, a lot of officials don't really like to use the technical. They just think it's a punitive thing or something, and a lot of people think that too. But in my opinion, it's always been a tool that you have in your back pocket and you use when you need it.
So, what is the level of the technical?
Level of technical.
There's a reason I asked this question because when I was back when I was a freshman in high school, and I don't think they had too many rules about who they get to officiate, but the football coach for Burlington Edison ended up as one of the officials in our freshman game, and the visiting coach just said something to him, and bam, there's a technical, and it was nothing. He was just saying, I don't know what he said, but it was a technical. What is the level there?
Sometimes things build up, and you don't want it to build up, and so that's why we have warnings and that sort of thing. And as an official, one of the things I learned early was you don't say you need to stop or, okay? It's stop, because once you say or, stop now or, then you have to go to the next level.
No, okay.
So that's, preventative officiating is something we talk about a lot.
Good point.
Talking to the coaches, talking to players, hey, your assistant coach is getting up a little bit too much. The head coach is the only coach that's allowed off the bench. You don't always see that, but that's typically what, you do some preventative officiating. He needs to sit down, coach. Okay. Then, you might do it again. Third time might be a technical.
Here's a situation. Let's say, for example, the coach disagrees with your call. Would it be better for the player to come to you and say, would you explain what happened? Does that work better? And
we typically really like to speak to the captain. We always know who the captain is before the game. The captains come out, and the officials are talked to both teams, both sets of captains. Sometimes there are a couple of them. And we typically will tell them at that time during the pregame, you're the two that we want to talk to. We're not going to talk to anybody else Everything needs to come through you.
Okay.
So that's kind of, it's not a warning, but it's just our pregame we have with the athletes at that time.
A couple years ago, we had this discussion, probably more like 5 or 6. There was the coach's box, and the coach had to stay in the coach's box.
Yeah.
That rule is gone, right?
Right. It's
Yeah,
been
because
gone
that was
for a
very
while now.
confusing when it was out there.
Yeah.
And there was a guy just talking. One of the coaches was talking to his player.
Yeah.
And the referee walks over and warns him about not being in the coach's box. And he's like, I'm talking to my players. Not like I'm standing at half court yelling at my team. Those are the changes. What kind of input was given to make that change?
Well, so what was happening is coaches weren't staying in the coach's box. And sometimes there's kind of like trial and error, it wasn't working. So, and they had it at the college level, they had it at the professional level, where they are able to go all the way down to the baseline from what they call the 28-foot line, which is, I'm pointing to the court, of course. People can't see that.
Well, I could put the camera on there, but it'd be
okay.
a little confusing. But go
so
ahead.
it's right. If you look at the benches, there's typically the bench, the one seat where the coach sits is the 28-foot line. That's usually the way they set them up. So from that seat down to the end line, that's where they're allowed to go. And again, colleges had it for years, professional had it for years, and they just decided that was probably the best thing to do. Coach's box, you're right. They just would not stay in there. It was so tough to manage, and then we're managing something that we shouldn't be having to manage, especially if they're coaching. If they're talking to the player, if they're trying to come up with a play or tell somebody what to do or where to be, and they're not talking to us, we shouldn't be worried about it.
Well, it's just strange in that case. He was at the end of the bench just trying to explain what happened to the player who had gotten the foul and was sitting down.
Yeah.
And the referee came over and says, get in the box.
Right.
And it was like, he looked at the referee and he looked at the player and he's like, what?
And, every official is different. We're all human. We all, kind of interpret those rules, some a little tighter than others. And, these 3 gentlemen that are officiating tonight, they're going to be different. One's going to call it a little bit tighter than the other. One might call it traveling where the other isn't. The goal is to be as consistent as you can as a team. We work towards that. We talk about it. We talk about it during timeouts. You'll see officials coming together. And during halftime, definitely we're talking about it. But it doesn't always happen all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about, we've covered the zones. And what people may not know and what I may not know is you're not following where the ball is per se.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that is, that my wife really kind of chuckles at is that when we're watching either, it's usually basketball or football, I'm able to kind of make the call before she really keys in, or even friends, because I'm watching the officials. And the officials have certain zones that they're watching and they're keying into. If I'm the center on let's say the coaching side of the court, and the ball's on the other side of the court, there's a problem if that official is watching the ball on the other side of the court.
Right.
There's a big problem. So we are trained to stay in our own zone, in our own area. You'll see one of the best examples is NFL. The NFL referees.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch those referees, they are literally they're not watching where that ball gets passed.
No.
They're watching either the quarterback or the line, and until that play's over and all done and the whistle's blown, that's when they'll break off and go. Same thing with basketball. We're watching an area. Once in a while, if you see something that's obvious, and Jerry and I were talking about this earlier, if you see something that was super obvious, a ball gets tipped during a held ball or something like that, and it goes flying out of bounds, and you have, you're 100% that the other official missed that, you might blow your whistle, go over and have a little conference.
And change the call.
And possibly change the call.
Right.
You don't always change the call.
No.
You want to give that other official an opportunity to plead his or her case, and sometimes you stay with the call. But if you were 100%, that call, and then you let that official actually make the call, not the official that saw the.
Well, as we were talking before It's also about keeping the pace of the game going. Because, I mean, you can call, and I joke about this when I'm watching football, you can call a hold on every play.
Exactly.
You can probably call a foul on every trip down the floor.
Yeah.
But it's pace of game. And
Yeah, and depending, you know, if you watch YMCA and junior high, and it's really evident there. And depending on the skill level at the high school level, sometimes it's evident there too. If you have two teams that are just not skilled, or one team's very skilled and one team that's not that skilled, you may let them get away with a little bit more, you know, a travel or, you know, something like that. Maybe 3 seconds in the key, which doesn't get called very often, but you might do, again, a little bit of preventative officiating by saying, hey, you know, as you're going down the court the next time, you let that, you know,
the player know,
hey, you get through that key. Yep.
You know, as an announcer, PA, the public service announcer, I always had the greatest respect for the officials. But I remember a couple times making mistakes, and I would say who fouled before the official came over. And I learned, wait until that official lets me know for sure who that foul is on.
Yeah. I got to tell you that sometimes we even make the mistake as officials.
Right.
I don't know, you know, over the years, 38 years doing it, you make mistakes. You make mistakes every game. That's just the way it is. One of the cool things about these types of broadcasts that you have here, these officials will go home tonight and they'll watch themselves, or tomorrow.
Tomorrow, whenever,
and
at their leisure, because they may be having a game tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. And they'll evaluate, you know, and, you know, most of the time they're doing really well, you know.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah, they might have let a travel go or a held ball go too long or something like that, but they work really hard. They do a great job, and they're committed to what they're doing. So yes, we do make mistakes. We, you know, I might call a foul on number 11, or, you know, and then by the time I get up to the bench, I forgot who the foul was. Like, oh no, you know, that sort of thing.
Well, I've seen officials look back and try to figure out who it was. Was that guy okay? Yeah.
Well, and sometimes their turn kind of, you know, in a, you know, kind of sideways. You're not getting the number, and you have to.
You just know there's a foul there. You just got to figure out who it is.
Exactly.
Or the numbers are not real clear on the uniforms, or is it pigtail?
Yeah. So that's all part of the process. Yeah.
You were telling me before we started this that it has been encouraged for officials to let the play go and then call it?
Yeah. Delaying your call is a technique that, you know, you see a lot of the more seasoned officials are able to do a little bit easier, or they've just worked at it a little bit more. So, you know, you might see a player go up for an easy layup and they get bumped or fouled, or you think they were fouled, but the ball goes in the hoop, right? And so, you know, is that a big advantage or a disadvantage? Maybe not. It might, you know, maybe they let that one go. And so having what we call a patient whistle is important. So if the ball, if there is a tap and the ball doesn't go in, and so you might blow the whistle at that point. Right. So it's a little delayed reaction, so to speak. So fans don't always understand that piece of it, where, you know, the shot goes up and they kind of react, and then a whistle comes in. I mean, it feels like a long time, but really it's not.
Well, yeah, the late whistle is what I always say, but we've
Yeah.
run into that. Most difficult foul to call?
You know, I think these days, because, you know, the college players and the NBA players, they kind of set the tone on moves. You know, the Euro step, those types of things, those type of moves. You know, the bigs underneath, you know, shuffling their feet. And so if, like, I'm not a big guy, so I'm working a lot of times, you know, you're working with 6'5", 6'6", you know, players in high school, and I have to actually scoot back a little bit just so I can get a view of the bigger players. Okay. So to be able to see the feet, you know, and the entire body, you want to see hand in the back, you want to see an elbow, and the feet. Okay. So those are tough.
Those are tough.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was going to be the charge versus the block.
Oh, well, yeah.
You know, but
You know, I didn't think of that. That is that is always a tough one, and that's one that gets the biggest reaction. A lot of times it's a toss-up. It's a 50, and you have to call something, because if you don't, somebody can get hurt. Somebody's usually going to the ground, and it's not always a whistle, but that's one of that we need to be calling.
How about hand checking?
Hand checking? They've made that easier. About 10 years ago, one hand taps, wasn't a big deal. As soon as a player puts two hands on, that is typically automatic foul.
Okay.
Now, if it's one hand and they're redirecting the offensive player, that's a tough one too, because what is redirecting and changing that offensive player? So it's just again, a lot of work, a lot of time on the court. The players have to have a lot of time practicing. The officials do too. They do a lot of games.
So you talked about safety, and that's really the goal here, is to have everybody play safely.
Correct. Okay. Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, that's the goal. But we all know. I mean, I've had kids, fall, get concussions. There's, every once in a while there's a cheap shot or something like that happens. You hope that doesn't happen. But the goal is for.
So I was going to ask the question, what's the ideal candidate? But it's anybody who wants to do it, right?
Yeah. If you're committed and some people come out, they have a hard time learning even just to blow the whistle. Okay. So that takes time for somebody. Some people will try it for a little while, and they know this isn't their bailiwick. This isn't what they're cut out to do. They don't care for a coach or the parents. That's another whole issue, right?
Right.
Maybe saying things that they don't care for, and some people just don't have that ability to do that. So for the most of the people that come out, though, do a very good job and keep at it. A lot of them for a lot of years. There's officials been doing it for 50 years.
Right. Anybody who wants to get involved, how would they do that?
So in our area, it's the South Sound Official Association. So go online, just look up South Sound Official Association. Bob Shaw, who is the secretary, will treat you great. He's been doing it probably as long as I had done it now. He has worked a lot of state tournaments, a lot of college ball, and he'll get you hooked up, get you in a striped shirt and some black pants and black shoes and a whistle, and you'd be off to the races. Okay.
Ben, I really appreciate your time doing this. It's been very enlightening. You're welcome to stay for the broadcast and add in if you want to, or you can just sneak away and say thanks.
Okay.
But thanks for that. We got to get down to our regular stuff here.
I want to thank you.
Thanks.
Very, very.
We'll be right back.
Appreciate
It's Amazing Web TV, powered by HCC.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Kids can't tell when food or drinks include cannabis, especially when the package is fun and colorful. Remember to store in a safe place, out of sight and out of reach. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
This presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. All right, we are back here in the Mini Dome, Terry Gray Court. We're going to get on with our regular programming. I do want to thank Ben Johnson for coming up and talking to us about officiating.
Thank you, appreciate it.
And we'll get his insight when we can in this broadcast. But about an hour ago, I had a nice conversation with Shelton coach, Chris Swanson. Coach Swanson, 1-2 punch worked quite well your last game.
Yeah, we continue to get pretty consistent numbers between the two of them game to game. It's not always the same mix, but pretty consistent numbers.
They didn't have an answer for Janelle and Cedar at all. Was there a reason for that?
Well, I think they're two really good players. They happen to have a pretty good night in terms of working together. And so, when the two of them are moving off of each other's screens and moving into space, it puts a lot of pressure on defense.
And you're looking for somebody else to step up when needed?
Yeah, we have a couple other girls that I actually feel have contributed a lot throughout the season. Ashley Armanello is continuing to get better and better with her ball movement, and she's starting to give us a lot of assists. And obviously, Olivia runs the point and gives us a good ball movement and good defense at the top. And so we consistently see contributions. It's not always necessarily in the point column, but everybody's finding a way to help.
Tonight, Aberdeen comes into town. Another second league game. What do you expect out of Aberdeen?
I've watched a lot of video on them like I try to do with everybody, and they fly around. They've got a good big. They, move up and down the court. So, I think it's important for us to control the ball. One of the keys for me in our Black Hills game was it was our least turnovers that we had all season. And, I think that's something, if we continue, we're going to be hard to beat.
Do you have goals for this season?
Yeah, we actually set out some team goals at the beginning of the season, and some various levels within that. But right now we're just trying to take it step by step. We got our first league win, which I thought was a big one. I thought Black Hills is one of those teams that we're trying to sneak above in the rankings, and so we'll see where we can go from here.
Well, good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, now with Shelton coach Chris Swanson, and I'm not sure why my graphics not going away, so up there it goes away. We'll take a timeout and be back with more from Terry Gregg Court and the Shelton High School Mini Dome on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. And of course, I always forget to do this, because if I don't do this, it doesn't work properly. We'll be right back.
I've been announcing this.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Okay. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
With all the question marks and uncertainty that surrounds today's real estate market, it is nice to know that there is a local team that has the experience with all types of markets to ensure you make a sound decision, whether selling or buying. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate has been a staple in the Mason County community for over 40 years. Feel free to reach out to Jeff, Andy, Chrissy, or Laura with any real estate questions that you may have. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Hi folks, Diedrich Allen with Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, your source for live high school sports with play-by-play. Once again, Mason Web TV is broadcasting select games every week this school year. Football, basketball, baseball, softball. We bring you all the action, from the kickoff to the final whistle, from the tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first pitch to the last out. Watch how it happens on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC. Business owners, you can get in on the action as well. Go online, email, call, or text right now to find out how. Well, we're back here in the Mini Dome. Diedrich Allen, Jerry Apple, Ben Johnson with us tonight in the Mini Dome. Darrell White in the stands, not away. He's going to be here in person, but not part of the broadcast because he doesn't want to be part of the broadcast. Just wants to hand off notes with us. Jerry, I guess we're running a little ahead of time, but that's okay. You want to go ahead and do those starters for us?
Thank you. Yes. First, for the visiting Aberdeen Bobcats, their coach is Curtis Eccles. At one guard, a 5'5" sophomore, number 1, Sophia Knudsen. At the other guard, a 5'5" senior, number 10, Abby Manio. At 1 forward, a 5'5" freshman, number 21, Kennedy Kalazzi. At the other forward, a 5'5" sophomore, number 22, Brettley Brown. And rounding out the starting lineup for the Bobcats is a 5'10" senior, number 15, Olivia Lamont. And now your starters for the Highclimbers. At 1 guard, Ani Bailey Place, a 5'5" senior, number 14. At the other guard, number 23, a 5'7" freshman, Janelle Kreis. At 1 forward, Olivia Swanson, a 5'7" freshman, number 11. At the other forward, number 13, Ermin Hildo, and she is a 5'5", she's a 5'8" sophomore. Okay, and rounding out the starting lineup for the Highclimbers, a 5'11" junior, number 45, Cedar Wiley.
All right, thank you, Jerry. We're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with the tip-off on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events, connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources, and connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job. It's our promise.
Kids learn by watching adults, so consume cannabis out of sight of young people. And be a Mason County kid's greatest influence. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being made possible by Mason Health, United Community, Empowered People, Exceptional Health.
And we're back here in the mini dome. See, I said we were ahead of schedule, and I always have to hurry Jerry up. But it's just so that we can get in our extra spot during the national anthem. We'll run those down again for you. Sophia Knudsen, Abby Manio, Olivia Lamont, Kennedy Kalazzi, and Bentley Brown, the starting 5 for the Bobcats. For the Highclimbers, Olivia Swanson, Ashley Herman Hildo, Ani Bailey Place, excuse me. I know that name. Why would I say something different? Janelle Kreis and Cedar Wiley, the starting 5 for the Highclimbers. Anything to add here before we start, Jerry?
No, I'm excited about the game. You know, it's an interesting thing. I'm from Aberdeen and spent a lot of years there, and I know a lot of the parents of these players, but my heart
belongs here. Sorry,
belongs here
that just a little bit.
In Shelton, been teaching here for many, many years, so it's kind of a interesting
dynamic for you. Well, at least you're not wearing your Aberdeen T-shirt, which you did that one day.
Yeah, but
I think it's underneath.
But we were, but we were playing Aberdeen.
That's very true. That's true. It was like, I think it was a Hawkinson game or something last year. But anyway. Ben, you have anything to add? I mean, what's going on from an official's point of view? What's going through your mind right now?
Well, you know, they get a little butterflies. I mean, it's a regular season game. It's probably, I think, the second regular, league game.
Right.
You know, they've probably done 5, 7, games already, but you get butterflies anyhow. So doesn't matter if it's the first game of the year or you're in the finals of the playoffs or the state championship. It happens.
Just curious to know what's going through your mind or is it just, all right, get this announcements done, let's get to the game?
Yeah, some just want to get in and get out, but they're ready to go. They're going to have fun.
All right. So Highclimbers will be wearing their white uniforms with the red numbers, letters, and stripes. The Bobcats coming out in their blue with the gold letters, numbers, and stripes.
I'm impressed with the home crowd here.
Yeah, that's probably been the biggest crowd we've had.
Of course, on the other side, the video showing the other side where the crowd's not sitting, but on this side.
Well, this is the student body below us.
Yeah.
So
It's nice.
It's always nice to see the student bodies come out and support their team. So it looks like Lamont and Wiley will get into center court and get this thing underway. That's the other thing I was going to ask you about, Ben, is the tucking in of the shirt. That's a big thing.
Yeah, it is a big thing, and I don't know why it's always been a big thing, but yeah, they want them tucked in. They're always kind of pushing the limit.
There's a quick pass down low to Wiley. Up top goes to Bailey Place. Lonnie drives side of the paint. Almost had it stolen. Kick it out to Swanson. Back to Wiley. Wiley turns, faces the basket. Out it goes to Christ. Christ for three. Off the mark. Tracking down the rebound is going to be Wiley. Throw it up top to Swanson. Open is Christ again. This time she'll put it on the floor, drive side of the paint, stop and pop, and hit. Janelle Christ with the first 2 points of the ball game. Little full court press going for the Highclimbers as Knutson trying to get by the press, and it's stolen away by Swanson. Olivia leaves it there for Herman Hildo. She'll go to the bucket, put it up and in. Quick 4 points for the Highclimbers. And another near steal at midcourt, but it goes out of bounds. It goes off of the Bobcats. It'll be Highclimber ball.
Second turnover for the Bobcats.
And a quick timeout here. Do you like early timeouts, Ben?
Yeah, the coaches have to do what they do. I mean, it sounds like they feel like they're getting a little bit behind it, so to speak. So I think he just wants to catch up a little bit. And
from the officiating, does it give you a little bit of perspective? Say, wait a minute, I got to center myself a little better?
Well, sometimes, things are going kind of cattywampus, and it is good to have a quick break and maybe gather yourself a little bit.
This is why I like to have you here, be part of it, just to get a different perspective other than Jerry's.
I just laugh.
So Bailey Place will inbounds it into backcourt to Swanson, and Swanson will bring it across midcourt. Now to Ani Bailey Place. A couple of dribbles. Bounce it up to Herman Hildo. Down to the baseline it goes. And here's Christ. Wide open is Herman Hildo. She was so wide open, she didn't know she was so wide open. And she said, I can shoot. She does draw the foul, though. I believe that's going to go on Kennedy Kaludzi for first. And Herman Hildo at the free throw line for a couple of free throws. Missed the first one. She'll get another one. Yep, she missed it. Rebound, Wiley, right back up and in. 6-0, the Highclimbers on top early. And another steal on the inbounds by Bailey Place. And here's Christ, she'll take a three from the top. That one rims off. Bailey Place grabs the rebound, puts it right back up, missed it. And the rebound will be pulled down by Aberdeen. And the outlet is going to bounce out of bounds. Boy, Bobcats a little disorganized here early.
Yeah, they picked up 4 turnovers in the last minute and a half.
6-0 the score. Highclimbers with the lead and the ball. 6:28 to go first quarter. Here's the inbounds from the sidelines to Swanson. Olivia looking low. She'll get it out to Bailey Place. Who'll bounce it down to Christ in the corner. And up top it goes to Bailey Place over to Cedar Wiley. Working the far side into the corner. Herman Hildo. Back to Wiley. She'll take an open three. In and out. Rebound pulled down by Lamont. And here comes Knutson trying to get by the defense of Swanson. Finally get an offensive set here for the Bobcats. Brown gets it back, pushes it into the corner, and it's swatted away. Was that Janelle Christ, Jerry?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Saw a couple
It's
of
hard to tell sometimes.
Well, we've had that conversation.
Yeah.
Be baseline inbounds nearly in the corner there for the Bobcats. Inbounds goes to Knutson, right back to the inbounder, and that's actually Shoemaker. Her shot was blocked in. The Highclimbers recover. And here comes Shelton. Olivia Swanson to the three-point arc. Over to Wiley. Over it goes to Herman Hildo. Down it goes to Christ. Janelle spins into the paint, puts it up short. Rebound pulled down. Oh, and the outlet is stolen away by Swanson. She'll take a three on the baseline jumper that popped out. Rebound now goes to the Bobcats. Up it goes to Lamont. Now to Manio. Quick passes by the Bobcats. Here's Manio with the dribble. To the elbow and back to Manio for three. That's off. Rebound goes into the far corner, tracked down. Nope, not quite. Irvin was in there trying to get to, is that right? 11? No, it's 15. 13, I'm sorry. Shoemaker couldn't quite get to it. Here comes Olivia Swanson. Lob it over the head of everybody, and it'll be a turnover here. Here comes Manio. That's over near side to Brown. To Knutson. Down it goes to Lamont. Out it goes to Manio. And around the horn it goes back to the baseline. And Knutson with a jumper. No. Rebound by the Bobcats. And it went off of, I believe that's Shoemaker. No, that's not Shoemaker. Yes, it is Shoemaker. The font and the stroke on the number is kind of hard to see.
It is. We were mentioning that before the game, that some of those numbers are blending in.
Too big of a stroke on that font, I think. Here is Bailey Place trying to get across midcourt. Lob it across to Christ. Janelle with the dribble, swing it over near side to Cedar Wiley. One hands it up to Herman Hildo. Olivia Swanson in the court and open for three. That's in. 9-0. Shelton on top. Aberdeen with the ball. 4:08 to go here, first quarter. Here's Brown with it, getting across midcourt. Gives it to Knutson. Extra pass over there's Manio. She'll take a three. That one's way off. And rebound knocked out of bounds by Lamont.
I think her toe was on the line on that.
Oh, either way.
They didn't mark it.
Well, either way she missed.
Yeah, she missed. That's right.
It only matters to Jerry and his statistics. So Ashley Borden will step on for the Highclimbers. Also in the ball game, number 4 for Aberdeen is Shea Dunlap. Here is Borden with the ball. Center of the court to Swanson. Double team. She'll dribble away from the double team. Lob it down, trying to feed Wiley, overthrew her. And another steal, this time by Christ. She'll kick it into the corner. Swanson fakes the three, drives baseline. Runner on the baseline. That hits the front and drops in. 11-0 here. 3:27 to go, first quarter. Full timeout called. We'll step aside. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call, or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Now we're back. 11-0, Shelton on top.
It's all about turnovers.
It is.
10 turnovers so far for Aberdeen, 2 for Shelton.
Jerry was complaining about the hand signals, and that's pretty important for us in the broadcast industry about how much the timeouts are. And
you know, it is important. It's important to be intentional with your hand signals and let everybody know, people in the back row know what's happening.
It's a good point. I watched refereeing a football game, and he was very specific. And I told him later, because he's also an attorney in town, And I said, you were the most obvious with your hand signals that I've ever seen, and I really appreciate that, especially in football, because some of these guys are throwing up hand signals, and you go, what was that?
and we call it mechanics, you know.
Okay.
You know, how intentional are your mechanics? Does everybody know what you're doing?
Here's an inbound from the baseline, and Dunlap puts a 3 up and misses it, and Ani Bailey-Place can't quite save it, but she does. How does she get away with that one? Yeah, that I was wondering about that one. She saved it in bounds, went out of bounds, went to the other sideline, saved it in bounds.
That's a perfect example of an official that he called something that wasn't in his area, but he was the only one that saw it, and he was sure that he had that call. So he came and helped out his partners.
That's a good point, and I like that explanation because I see that a lot. And in those cases, you have to establish yourself, but if you saved it in bounds, you can't be the first to touch it, right? Here's a quick pass down to the box, and Lamont trying to put one up. She does draw the foul.
Yeah, that would be
So the first foul on the Highclimbers is on Cedar Wiley, I believe. Yes. Okay. So at the free throw line for 2 free throws is Olivia Lamont. Tried to put the Bobcats on the board, but she missed the first one. One more. 3:07 to go first quarter, 11-0. Shelton on top. Aberdeen's Olivia Lamont with her second free throw. That one rattled in, so the Bobcats are finally on the board. And here's Borden in backcourt for the Highclimbers. Bounce up the sideline to Cedar Wiley. Lob it back to Borden, crossing midcourt. Over it goes to Swanson. And here's Christ for 3. Ooh. Janelle with 5 points. She'll come on. What she'll do on her back-to-back nights here. She had 24 points on Tuesday. Here's Kaladze. Over goes to Dunlap. Missed the shot. Rebound went into the hands of Lamont. Her putback did not fall. And here come the Highclimbers. Here's Swanson with the ball. High post feed to Christ. Janelle will walk out to the three-point line and take a shot, miss it. Wiley with the rebound, shuffles it to Christ. Janelle pity-pats the dribble and draws the foul. That one will go on Kennedy Kaladze, her second team foul. That will send Janelle Christ to the free throw line. Missed the first one, she'll get another one. Ashley Herman-Hildo will step back onto the court for the Highclimbers. And Sawyer Shoemaker will step on for the Bobcats. Janelle Christ with her second free throw off the glass and in this time. Bank open late tonight.
So that was the first made foul shot by the Highclimbers.
I don't know if she called that, did she?
I don't know. Here is Knutson with it in backcourt. Gets it across to Shoemaker. This is Delaney Shoemaker. And another near steal there, poked away. But the Bobcats retain possession, 10 on the shot clock. Down it goes to the box, poked away by Cedar Wiley, recovered by Borden. Ashley will push the pace. Swing it over to Christ, going out, a little out of control, but couldn't get the shot up. Recovered by Brown. And a steal, ooh. Boy, oh boy, that was a heads-up move by, was that Christ? Yeah, Janelle knocked it away. It went off of a Bobcat player, was going out of bounds. She was standing there, but she pulled her hand back, and Highclimbers get another possession. Bianca Simmons will step onto the court for the first time tonight for the Highclimbers, replacing Cedar Wiley. So here's Olivia Swanson. Over to Janelle Christ. Swing it to Herman-Hildo. Get it over to Swanson. Quick pass to Christ. Out it goes to Borden. And her pass is knocked out of bounds by Shea Dunlap. The Highclimber ball, sideline inbounds, foul line extended, near side. Olivia Swanson will trigger the play. Gonna lob it all the way across court to Herman-Hildo. She'll take a 3. Ooh. Off the mark and the rebound, Kaladze. Up it goes to Knutson. A little too quick on those passes as Shoemaker drives baseline. Steps into the paint. Leaves it out there, top of the key, 3 for Bentley Brown. That's off, and Herman Hilda will grab the rebound. A minute to go here in the first quarter. 15-1, that's their score. Shelton with the lead in the ball. Here's Herman Hildo to Swanson. Over to Kreis, extra pass to Borden. She'll take a 3. That one's off. Rebound pulled down by Kaladzi. And here comes Knudsen. Up it goes to Brown. Dribble penetrates, swings it over to Kaladzi. Kaladzi has some trouble with that ball. And Bobcats are going to reset. Here's Brown driving into the paint, putting up a shot and drawing the foul.
That's one of those where the ball came out from the trail official into the paint, and that's his call. They both had fouls because they're both looking in the paint, but that's the trail official's call.
Herman Hildo picked up her first personal foul. Brown's first free throw is off the back of the iron. She'll get another one.
Another thing we try to stay away from is double whistles.
Okay.
Mostly because you don't want to be pointing one way and your partner pointing another way. Or you're calling a block and he's calling a charge.
That's a good point. The second free throw went in for Brown, and it's a 13-point Highclimber lead. And Swanson brings the ball across midcourt, cross-court pass to Borden. She'll fake the 3, leaves it there in the middle for Kreis. She'll double teams it, missed the shot, and the rebound goes to Brown. Brown will bring it across midcourt. One hands it over to Knudsen. Back to Brown. Back to Knudsen. Cross court, it goes to Knudsen. I'm sorry, that's actually going to be Dunlap. Down it goes to Kaladzi. Her shot was blocked, but they're going to call a turnover and a travel on the Bobcats. 3.8 seconds to go here, first quarter. And an inbounds pass nearly stolen away by Dunlap, knocked out of bounds. Sideline inbounds this time. Still in back court. Borden will inbounds it right by her.
Actually, a tick should have come off the clock at least.
And the inbounds is stolen away by Knudsen. She'll go to the bucket, lay it up and in. So the quarter ends with Highclimbers up 15-4. We head to the second. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
I'm an ex-drug dealer, and I'll be your sub today. Two milligrams of fentanyl can be lethal. A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
It's cheap, it's potent, and it's profitable.
The sad reality is fentanyl is being mixed into everything now.
More kids should know.
And we're back here in a raucous, noisy Shelton High School mini dome, Terry Gregg Court. Through one quarter, 15-4. Highclimbers are up. Gary?
Basically, turnovers. Although at the end there, Aberdeen got a turnover on Shelton and scored that last basket. So they've had, up to a 14-point lead?
13.
13? Okay.
Scoreboard's not showing fouls, but we've had
only 4.
Okay.
2 for each team.
Yeah.
If you're probably because you haven't done any games this past year. It's 5 fouls in a quarter now, not 10 and a half. The Bobcats start the quarter with the ball, and the Brown with a 3. She'll sink it.
Gotcha.
That's right. Okay.
That's actually probably a good rule change.
It keeps the flow of the game. Here's Ani Bailey Place with a 3 the other way, and she missed that one. Rebound goes to the Bobcats. Here's Knudsen. Knudsen pushing the pace, going to scoop it up. Oh boy, she hit the back of the iron. Rebound pulled down by Lamont. Her putback, it falls off. Goes in the hands of Manio. Manio will dribble out and reset to Brown. Brown drives side of the paint, kicks it out to Knudsen. Knudsen skipples along the three-point line, finds Brown. Brown will take another 3 and drain it. That's 7 points for her. It's a 5-point Highclimber lead. 50 seconds gone here in the second quarter. 15-10. Here's Annie Bailey Place down to the baseline. Cedar Wiley. Hook didn't foul there. Sometimes that's not called, Ben. The little
getting
body
the knee in there, the hip.
Yeah.
Aberdeen is on a 9-point run.
J. Paul put the mark up on the wrong one, didn't he? Yeah. Well, Brown picked up her first personal. We have some substitutions here. As Swanson returns, Price returns as well. Inbounds from the baseline. Knocked out of bounds by Delaney Shoemaker.
You know, you mentioned that hip, and that should be called every time, especially something that looked like that one.
So baseline inbounds nearly in the corner. Swanson will inbounds it. Up top it goes to Bailey Place. Over it goes to Christ. She'll take a three way outside. No. Rebound pulled down by Brown. Brown double teamed in backcourt. Throws it to Knutson. Still in backcourt. Up it goes to Lamont, but it's stolen away by Christ. Christ will get it to Wiley. Wiley alone to the bucket, off the glass and in. 4 points for Cedar.
Nice assist from Janelle Price.
Here's Brown with the ball for the Bobcats. Down to Manio. Looking for Lamont. Guarded tightly by Christ. Out it goes to Brown. Brown will get it to, that's Shoemaker. Out it goes to Manio for three. That's off. Rebound tracked down by Herman Hildo. She'll get it to Swanson. Here come the Highclimbers, leading by 7 now. Over goes to Bailey Place. To Christ, down to Wiley. Wiley dribbles to the bucket and missed a shot. Rebound pulled down and pulled away by Wiley. And a foul on the drive.
You know, before the game you were talking about jump ball. That play was a perfect example of letting them play through it. She was able to basically wrestle it away from the opponent.
Delaney Shoemaker picked up her first personal foul, second to team foul on the Bobcats. Baseline inbounds for the Highclimbers. Price gets it at the top, and a reset to Janelle. Now to Herman Hildo. Down it goes to Cedar Wiley, off the glass and in. Leads back to 9, 19-10 now. And here's Knutson. Swing it over, and this is Manio. Nope, that's a Shoemaker. Tried to drive in. Did draw the foul on the Highclimbers. Thinking I went on Cedar Wiley. Not sure though, Jerry. Nope, it went on Janelle Price, her first. Shoemaker missed the first free throw. She'll get another one. This is Delaney Shoemaker. Second one off the back of the iron, and I think we're going to have a lane violation.
Exactly right.
So Shoemaker will get another attempt on this. I'm always curious on these lane violations. When you get another shot, it's still just 2 free throws, right? To go down in their scorebook. The second attempt on the second one is off, and Christ will get the rebound. Here comes Swanson. Swanson stops at the three-point arc, gets it to Wiley up top. Back to Swanson. And Olivia will skip around the top of the key, stop in the three-point arc near side, get it to Christ. Looking down low, she'll take a three, but no foul. What do we have, 3 in the key here? No, it's a timeout. Okay. Timeout was called by Shelton, I would imagine. That was a pretty shot. Too bad it didn't count.
Yeah, that's Shelton. Full timeout.
Full timeout. We'll step aside. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back. Wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a downed line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
And we're back in the mini dome. Diedrich Allen, Ben Johnson, and Gary Apple.
Yeah, and that was the first timeout for the Highclimbers, a full timeout.
Highclimbers up 19-10. Took the timeout in the middle of that three-pointer. That would have been nice, but that happens.
Yeah, typically you wait till a dead ball. Either somebody has it in their hands, and if the coach is calling timeout, that's fine. But if the ball's in the air,
Well, it must have happened before the ball was in the air, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So sideline inbounds for the Highclimbers.
We don't have replay.
Yeah, well, we do, but we don't utilize it. It's too much work for me. Come on. Here's Bailey, plays with the ball up at the top to Herman Hilda. Over goes to Wiley. She'll take a three. It's short. Rebound. Christ ripped that one away. She's trying to go to work. Turns around, puts it up over three. Bobcats missed it. Rebound tracked down on the sidelines, out of bounds. We're going to get a foul on Christ, I believe.
Yep.
That'll be her second. Second team foul on the Highclimbers. 5:10 to go in the half. 19 for Shelton, 10 for Aberdeen. Here comes Knutson, center of the court. On the dribble, swinging over near side. Here's Brown. Brown, extra pass into the corner. Manio for three. That's off. Rebound goes to Herman Hilda. And Olivia Swanson will bring it up for the Highclimbers. Under 5 minutes to go here in the half. Down it goes to Cedar Wiley. Lost the handle, but it rolls right to Janelle Price. Janelle cross court to Herman Hilda. She'll drive baseline. Goes right to the hoop, and they're going to get a foul on the drive. A little bit of a double bump there, I think. But
yeah, and the ball was on the ground, I think. So it's a good call. It's going underneath the hoop.
So that's another thing I wanted to ask about. I noticed that some referees are like, over here, just like a step. Does it really matter?
Yeah, they want them away from being underneath the basket. So there's an area that they want them. They don't want to take the ball out underneath the basket.
Okay. Cedar Wiley missed that spinning hook in the middle of the paint and recovered by the Bobcats. Here's Knutson. One hands it to Brown. Nope, actually, the Shoemaker missed the shot in the paint. Rebound goes to Christ. Here comes Swanson. Nobody's stopping ball, really. Swanson puts it up and missed the shot. Christ with the rebound. Backs down. Reverse layup. Goes in. 8 points for Janelle. And it's 21-10. 4:05 to go here in the half. Knutson swings it over to Brown. Brown's open for three. She'll take it. She missed that one. Christ with the rebound. Janelle pushing the pace up. Middle of the court. Stops at the top and pops for three. And hits for three. And it's the 32nd timeout. We'll keep it right here. 3:49 to go in the half. 24-10. That's the largest lead for the Highclimbers.
So the other thing that happens when they're taking the ball out is, it really depends on where the violation was or where the ball went out of bounds. So you want to take it to that closest spot, and that's where you want to. But if the ball goes out anywhere in the key underneath the hoop, it's one side or the other. And a lot of times it's the side that the official's on. The official doesn't want to move.
Well, I kind of understand that, but I noticed some guys is like it's going to be in one spot and say it's 3 feet from the key, and he's like, get over here another foot.
Yeah. And it really, you really want to keep them, because if they throw the ball in and hit the back of the backboard, then that's a violation.
Right.
So that's a little bit of preventive officiating.
Sometimes I just think it's a power trip to get over here.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just my
that could
cynicism.
be a thing too, I'm sure.
It'll be Bobcat ball.
No.
Coming out of the timeout. Knutson gets it back from Dunlap, and here come the Bobcats. Knutson's got some speed there, brings it over to Brown, back up top to Knutson. Back to Brown. Brown into the corner, gets it back. Here's a three on the way from the elbow. No, rebound goes to Christ. Double teamed in backcourt, and then there's a foul on the Bobcats. See, the more that I watch basketball, see the hand signals, and what you're explaining to me gets it more clear in my head what they mean when they make their hand signals, and I know what they're talking about.
And Colossi now is in foul trouble with three.
It's a good point, Jerry. I didn't even notice that. Here's Swanson, double team. She'll lob it down and over the head of Bailey Place. It'll be Bobcat ball. 3:21 to go in the half. 14-point lead for the Highclimbers. 24-10. Knutson quickly up the middle of the court. Swings it over to Brown. Brown into the corner to Dunlap, back to Brown, and Knutson gets it down to the baseline. That's Sawyer's Shoemaker double teamed. Bounce it back to Knutson. And she's avoiding people all over the place. Swing it over to Dunlap for three. That's short. Rebound goes out, and Brown will track it down. Put it on the floor, drive into the paint, stop and pop. Missed the shot. Wiley back in there, gets the rebound. slow the pace down a bit, loses the ball out of bounds, but they say it went off of Shoemaker. 2:48 to go in the half. Still 14-10. Swanson gets it to Price. Down to the baseline in Bailey Place, and that's going to go off of, well, kind of the referee in a way there, but.
Yep, he was out of bounds, so that's also out of bounds.
He tried to get out of the way. Kind of hard to avoid those things sometimes. Here's Knutson, center of the court with the dribble, swinging over to Brown near side. Gets it back up top to Knutson. Back to Brown. To Knutson. Down low it goes to Sawyer, turns and shoots off the glass and in. Sawyer Shoemaker with their first basket of the evening, and it's 24-12. Here's Swanson to Borden, to Bailey Place, three-pointer. It's in. That's Ani's first points. 27-12, and a 15-point lead. Largest of the night for the Highclimbers. High post feed to Brown, back to Knutson. Knutson to Dunlap, back to Knutson. Up top to Brown. Over to Knutson, looking for Dunlap. Nearly stolen away. Dunlap has it in the corner. Throws it up top to Brown to take a three at the top. That goes in. That's her third three in the quarter. She has 10 points now. 27-15, 1:40 to go here in the half. Shelton with the lead in the ball. Swanson over to Borden. Borden goes down the sidelines. Finds Cedar Wiley open in the paint off the glass. In.
Nice assist by Borden.
Here's Dunlap. Quick pass in the middle. And Kaladze missed the shot. And Christ comes up with the rebound.
Good solid defense there. Their hands were straight up.
Bailey Place took another three, missed it. Wiley with the rebound, couple dribbles, right back up. Missed it. Rebound goes to Kaladze. Up it goes, but overthrown. And here are the Highclimbers back with possession. Down it goes to Wiley. Bobbled the pass, saves it in bounds, picked up by Dunlap. Dunlap on the run the other way, 2-on-2. Wisely turns around. And Dunlap for three. That one's off. Rebound slapped away and by Wiley, recovered by Cedar. Cedar's a little gassed right now, Jerry. And Penn. Here's Swanson splitting the double team on the dribble. Swing it over. And there's Borden taking a three from the far side. No. Rebound right in the hands of Brown. Out to Dunlap. I'm sorry, that's Knutson. She'll get it to Brown. Brown had it poked away by Wiley. And here is Cedar to the three-point arc. She'll get a nice pass down low to Swanson up and in. And Olivia has 7 points. And it's 31-15. Dunlap with it in front court. To Kaladze, out to Brown for three. Yep. That's a bright spot for the Bobcats.
Yeah, that's a 4-3 for her. Yeah.
And the clock will run out. Halftime, Shelton 31, Aberdeen 18. We'll take a timeout. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Neighbors help each other. It's how community works, and it's how we do business at Hood Canal Communications. We know you count on us for value-priced internet, TV, and phone service, backed by friendly local support. Your hard-earned dollars stay right here as we invest in our community, our people, and smart technology. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected while being a good neighbor.
Hi folks, Diedrich Allen with Mason Web TV powered by HCC, your source for live high school sports with play-by-play. Once again, Mason Web TV is broadcasting select games every week this school year. Football, basketball, baseball, softball. We bring you all the action, from the kickoff to the final whistle, from the tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first pitch to the last out. Watch how it happens on Mason Web TV powered by HCC. Business owners, you can get in on the action as well. Go online, email, call, or text right now to find out how.
It's not always easy to deal with difficult emotions. And while quick fixes can seem less daunting than facing how you feel, some short-term distractions, like marijuana, can actually increase feelings of stress, anxiety, and depression. Which is why building healthy habits, like moving around, practicing gratitude, or connecting with others, are better for your mental health. And if you need it, help us out there.
Kids can't tell when food or drinks include cannabis. especially when the package is fun and colorful. Remember to store in a safe place, out of sight and out of reach. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
This broadcast on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being made possible by Mason Health, United Community, Empowered People, Exceptional Health.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
With all the question marks and uncertainty that surrounds today's real estate market, it is nice to know that there is a local team that has the experience with all types of markets to ensure you make a sound decision, whether selling or buying. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate has been a staple in the Mason County community for over 40 years. Feel free to reach out to Jeff, Andy, Chrissy, or Laura with any real estate questions that you may have. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. And Mason Health, United Community, Empowered People, Exceptional Health.
All right, it's halftime here in the Mini Dome. The Shelton Highclimbers leading the Aberdeen Bobcats. Trying to get my scoreboard up. Yeah, it is 31-18, and I took a little bit longer than usual. We'll go from what I do into Jerry, but the Highclimbers are being led by Janelle Kreis. She has 11 points. Cedar Wiley 8, 7 for Olivia Swanson, a 3 for Annie Bailey Place, and the basket for Ashley Herman-Hildo. For the Bobcats, they're being led by Bentley Brown, who has 17 points. Let's see here. She's been pretty much the offense for the Bobcats. There's 2 points for Sawyer Shoemaker and a free throw for Olivia Lamont. Jerry, go ahead.
Thank you, Deidre. Good call tonight. The Aberdeen Bobcats have 16 turnovers. They are from the field 6 for 28 for 21%. They are 2 for 6 from the foul line or 33%. They have a total of 16 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 steal. Their leading rebounder is Lamont with 6 rebounds. Kennedy has 3. For the Highclimbers, they have 9 turnovers. They are from the field. They are 14 for 34. They are at 41%, which is pretty darn good. From the foul line, they are 1 for 4. For the Aberdeen Bobcats, the Shelton Highclimbers, they had 20 rebounds compared to 16 for the Bobcats. They had 9 assists compared to 5 for the Bobcats. They had 6 steals, which is a big one, compared to 1 steal for Aberdeen. The leading rebounders for the Highclimbers was Kreis. She had 8, and Cedar Wiley had 7. So, and for assist, The leading assist person for the Highclimbers was Swanson with 3, and Borden and Hildo had 2 each. So that's your wrap-up so far. A big difference in shooting percentage.
Right.
A lot of easy layups for the Highclimbers.
Thanks, Daryl.
Price
Thank
can
you,
really
sir.
take over a game.
Not really sure what he said, but okay. That was Daryl White, our one of our ace statisticians here.
Yeah.
And Jerry's the other ace statistician. Go ahead, Jerry.
Yeah, he didn't know that we were on the air.
Oh, he did. It's fine. It's all good. He's usually in his undisclosed location, but that's okay.
He does a wonderful job. I really appreciate him. So you can see from the statistics, there wasn't that big a difference in the rebounding, but in the steals, yes.
And the turnovers, yeah.
Yeah, the turnovers, that was a big issue.
Yeah, that's
a big
6
difference.
Wait a minute. Yeah, 6 steals for the Highclimbers. That's pretty impressive, actually. And
yes, it is. Well, they did really well. They opened up with that press. That's how they get that 15-1 lead. Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're going to take another timeout. We'll be back with the third quarter, unless, Ben, you have something to add here.
No, I'm just really impressed how you guys are able to come up with these stats just so quickly here at halftime. Jerry going old school here with longhand division. Yeah,
so am I, but you know.
Nice.
And you notice it's big so I can see it, but okay.
Yeah.
We'll be right back with the third
I'm
quarter.
pretty good with simple math. Pretty good with inside joke.
It all comes down to math with Jerry.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be right back. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back, wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a downed line, call PUD3 at 360-426-8255.
Kids learn by watching adults, so consume cannabis out of sight of young people. And be a Mason County kid's greatest influence. Brought to you by Mason County Public Health and the Mason County Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition.
This presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, is being brought to you by Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935.
Waiting for the start of the third quarter. Shelton 31, Aberdeen 18. The crowd below us did thin out a little bit, and then we realized why they were mostly here. It's because the junior cheer was here, but there's still a pretty decent crowd on both sides.
Yeah.
And of course the band's here rocking this place like they usually do, and we're ready to go. The Highclimbers will start the quarter with the ball with Wiley, Christ, Herman Hildo, Bailey Place, and Swanson. Bobcats still in their huddle. Man, I don't know what it is about the drums and the dome, but it has just been really, really loud the last 2 games.
It echoes. When you're right in the middle of this court, especially, you can really hear that.
Can you?
echo,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
Just
good to know
because
because I'm never in the middle of the court. So the Bobcats will counter with Lamont, Manio. Let's see here. Kaladze, Brown, and Knudsen. So here comes Swanson with the ball for the Climbers. Herman Hilda with it. Up top it goes to Bailey Place, down to Swanson. High post feed goes to Christ. To Swanson, swinging over opposite side. Open 3 for Bailey Place, and it goes in. That's her second 3 in the ball game. 6 points for her. 34-18 is her score. Here's Knudsen with the ball. Bounce it over to Brown. Into the corner to Manio. Back to Brown. Up top to Knudsen. Finds Lamont in the paint. Kick it to the baseline. This is Kaladze. Kaladze to the foul line on the dribble. Swing it down to Manio. Open jumper from the baseline. No. Rebound tapped out by Lamont. It'll be Climber ball in the backcourt. 34-18 is our score. 41 seconds gone here in third quarter. Here's Swanson backcourt to Bailey Place. Ani gets it up the sidelines to Wiley. Cedar looks the court over, puts a dribble down, and finds Swanson up top. High post feed to Christ, turns, faces the basket, dribbles out beyond the three-point arc, takes a three. Missed it. Wiley with the rebound. Cedar will dribble into the corner, get it to Herman Hildo, to Swanson, over to Bailey Place, to Swanson. And here's Bailey Place. Thought about a three for half a second, and the shot clock did run out on the Climbers. Maybe she should have taken it. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Never want to say that. Because it's not my place to say. Never mind.
You have Bailey down for 2 3-pointers?
I do. Bailey Place, yes. Ani. Knudsen will get it over to Brown, working the far side into the corner to Manio. Side of the paint, Lamont open for a second, puts one up on a little crossover move in the middle, missed it, and Wiley pulls the rebound down. Here comes Swanson up the far sideline. Nobody stopping ball. Swanson to the hoop, puts it up a little, shoots short. Christ with the rebound. She's tied up, but the ball pokes free. Knudsen comes out of the pack with the ball. She's on the run. She has a 2-on-3, going to go right to the bucket, put it up, missed it, and there's a foul after the play. That's one of those patient whistles, you think?
That's a patient whistle.
But it was from the
trail, yeah.
From the trailing referee.
And the trail referee has that dribble all the way down into the paint, and that's probably why he stayed with it.
So Knudsen's first free throw is off. She'll get another one. The foul went on Bailey Place. Her first team foul on the Climbers here in the third. 6:15 to go here, third quarter. 34-18 is our score. Second free throw by Knudsen. That's short. Oh, I thought it was going to roll in. Wiley will get that rebound off the bounce. Get it up to Swanson near midcourt. Step across midcourt. Set the play. And here's Herman Hildo. Oops, stolen out of the air by Kaladze. Her pass up to Knudsen, stolen away by Swanson. And here's Christ going to the bucket with a little scoop shot. Give her 13 points. And it's 36-18, 18-point lead.
Left-hand shot.
You don't see that a lot. Offhand shots. And ball's knocked out of bounds. It'll be Climber ball. Notice that a lot in this level of late, that they're not shooting with the proper hand if you want to get into the purest of basketball. Happens in the boys' game as well. Here's Christ way outside. To Bailey Place. Ani bounces it. Oh, out of bounds. Little miscommunication between Ani Bailey Place and Olivia Swanson. So checking back into the ball game, Delaney Shoemaker for the Bobcats. And Kennedy Kaladze will sit down. Here comes Knudsen. Over to Brown, far side. Into the corner to Manio. To Lamont, side of the paint. Extra pass down in the middle to Shoemaker. Her scoop shot somehow dropped in. It's her first basket, and it's 36-20. Here's Wiley with it, trying to get by the defensive Brown. Back to Christ. Christ will get across mid-court, drive into the paint, put it up, miss the shot, got her own rebound, turn around jumper, a fadeaway that'll go in. Janelle with 15 points, and the lead again is 18. Climbers largest of the night. Here's Knudsen going down the middle of the paint. No. Rebound goes to Shoemaker. Her hook does fall in. Somehow she's getting those to drop in. She has 4 points. They don't look like they're going in.
It's kind of a strange angle, isn't it? Both the last two shots were.
Here's Herman Hildo standing on the three-point arc with a long two. Missed it. Rebound goes all the way around and off the High Climbers out of bounds. Nobody grabbed that ball, but it touched about 4 people.
Yeah. Back of a hand on the way out.
Yeah. Borden will step on for the High Climbers, replace Bailey Place. And who also checked in there?
And then we got a timeout.
We do have a timeout. I'm trying to figure. I guess is it? Well, I don't know. Either way, is it full? Is it at 30? I don't know.
It's a full.
It's a full. So we will take our full timeout and get organized. It's Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
There's so many great things about life in Mason County, and Hood Canal Communications is proud to be one more. Headquartered in Union, we offer the speed and reliability your family needs, backed by hometown service and support. Whether you need to just check email or power all those Wi-Fi devices around your home, HCC has the right package for you. Stop by one of our friendly offices, call or visit hcc.net to learn more. Hood Canal Communications, keeping our community connected.
Now let's see. hit that button. There we go. We're back. 38-22 is the score. We're in the third quarter. The Highclimbers have controlled this game from the jump pretty much. They were up 11-0 before the Bobcats got on the board.
Yeah.
And
then jumped up 15-1.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it's been
Aberdeen made a 9-point run.
Yeah. But it's still been all Highclimbers after that 9-point run. Here's Knutson up top to Brown for 3 at the top. She's been hot. She missed, though. Shoemaker with a rebound, dribbles around, shuffles it out somehow to Brown after pass over to Knutson on the 3-point arc for a long 2. Missed it, and the rebound goes to Kreis in traffic. Gets it out to Borden. And across the court it goes to Swanson. 3 in the corner by Wiley, nothing but net. That's her first 3. She has 11 points. 41-22 is her score. Under 4 minutes to go here, third quarter. Aberdeen with the ball. Here's Brown up top. High post feed to Shoemaker. Drives down. Tried to split the double team. Does draw the foul, though. Now, is that a drive or a shot?
They're saying a drive.
Okay.
I mean, that's one of those that's kind of right in the middle. Got her with the hip. Ball was on the hip at the time, but there was a follow-through. So he chose to call it on the ground.
On the ground, okay. Judgment call on his part.
It's one of those right in the middle.
Baseline inbounds goes into Knutson, catch and shoot, and that's off. Rebound goes to Kreis.
I don't think there would have been an argument if he would have said, yeah, we're going to have 2 shots right here.
Here's Borden back to Kreis. Kreis for 3 at the elbow. That's in. Oh, boy. That gives her, what, 18 points.
And she had like 24 the other night.
Yeah, she did. She's on pace to probably do better than that tonight. Here's Brown up top, up to Knutson, over to Dunlap back in the ball game. Here's Knutson, down it goes to Lamont. Bounce it back to Brown. Brown outside for 3. That's off the back of the iron. Borden with that rebound. Gets it to Swanson, speeding up the far sidelines. Swinging in the corner, Herman Hildo. Up top to Wiley. Cedar surveys the scene. Going to put it on the floor, lob it over to Swanson. She'll take a 3. Hit it. Oh, boy. That's 10 points for Olivia Swanson.
And that's her second 3 of the ball game.
Brown trying to answer the other way. Nope. Rebound tapped out. Knutson gets it to the foul line. Jumper there. Off the glass and in. That's Sophia's second basket. 4 points for her. 47-24. 2:35 to go. Oh, a steal by Dunlap in the backcourt. Gets it to Knutson. Knutson with a scoop to the hoop. Comes up short. Dunlap there for the putback. No. Rebound comes to Borden. Borden gets it to Swanson, crossing midcourt. To Kreis, and I think he'll get Lamont over the back there. That was a pretty obvious foul there.
One hand in the middle of the back, and the other one's coming down the arm. Sometimes they're just so easy.
Do we have a 14 for? That has to be Lamont. Has to be Lamont, because there's no 14 on the roster for Aberdeen. Here's a 3 on the way. No. Rebound tracked down by Herman Hildo. That was Bailey Place with the attempt. And here's Wiley backing down the defense, up and in. All power for Wiley.
Yes, that was Lamont.
Okay. Well, I posted 14 on the board, Jerry. I think Paul missed a number. Here's a high post feed, and Shoemaker jumper at the elbow. It rattled out. Rebound, a fight for it. Saved in bounds by both Kreis and Wiley right to Borden, and off of her foot out of bounds. I saw both sisters come out from underneath the basket with big smiles on their face. They're pretty used to playing together, as Jerry and I have joked several times. Baseline inbounds for the Bobcats. Nearly in the corner. Inbounds goes to Dunlap. To Shoemaker into the paint off the glass. No. Rebound goes to, who was that? That was Sawyer Shoemaker. Yeah, I don't know. They're getting the rolls. They need them. The Bobcats do, that is. 49-26, a minute and a half to go, third quarter. Here's Kreis. Kreis to the three-point arc. Lob it down into the corner, and here is Bailey Place with a long two that hit that no-man's spot. And they...
You know, you're more apt to have one of these, too, with the girls' basketball. They're a little bit smaller.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, that's right. Good job there, Coach Swanson, for getting that ball out. I couldn't get that high. Not even in my prime.
Yeah.
1:20 to go here, third quarter, 49-26. Shelton with the lead, Aberdeen with the ball, and a steal? Well, I'm not sure how you call that one.
Turnover each team.
Well, no, it's not a turnover because nobody had possession, Jerry.
It's just a loose ball.
It's a loose ball that goes out of bounds. The shot clock remains at 21.
Okay.
That's a good indication of whether it's a changed possession.
Thank you.
Just want to, you can count it that way, but no.
Okay. I tried.
You tried. Here's Brown way outside. Almost hit that NBA free. Rebound pulled down by the Bobcats. Ball pokes free, however. And here is Cedar Wiley. We got a new person out there, number 30. That is Harnur Agendo, but Wiley just hit the baseline jumper.
You know, you are absolutely correct on that as far as, the turnover
Possession. Got to be possession.
Yep.
And we have
pushing back.
And back offensive foul there on the Bobcats. Only their second in the quarter. We have 41.6 seconds remaining. And that'll go on Delaney Shoemaker, her second. Oh, that's her third. Pardon me. Jerry's at her
three.
Three, okay. That's why we do two double things up. Here's the inbounds in backcourt to Herman Hildo. Back to Borden. Borden up to Wiley. Over to Borden. Borden corrals that ball to Wiley. Up to Bailey Place to Herman Hildo in the opposite quarter. And that is Price. Down to the baseline, or she tried to lace a pass down the baseline. It's knocked out of bounds by Jandu.
I'm liking what Shelton's doing. They're passing the ball really well and quickly, and then they're looking inside. I like that.
I think they're trying to run some clock down there, too, as well, Jerry. It's
Yeah.
12 on the shot clock. Borden inbounds it to Simmons. Simmons to Bailey Place. 9 on the shot clock now. Herman Hildo over to Borden. She'll take that three. It's open. Wiley sneaks in there for the rebound, put back. This is 9 points in the quarter. 17 for the game. Here's Dunlap with a three. That's off. Rebound is tracked down by Herman Hildo, and the quarter will run out. So Shelton 53, Aberdeen 26. After three, we head to the fourth. This is Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Mason County is a very special place. When you're looking for sound real estate advice, pick the team that has called Mason County home for 5 generations. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate is always thrilled to help you buy or sell real estate in our area. Whether it is Hood Canal, Harstein Island, Matlock, Tahuya, South Puget Sound, or Shelton, the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate has the experience you can trust. Remember, when it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge.
Kids will be kids, which just goes to say kids will be curious. They get into everything, everything. If there's a loaded firearm in the house, they could get their hands on that too. Keeping firearms locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition in a place inaccessible to kids can help keep your loved ones safe from family fire. Safe gun storage saves lives.
Waiting for the start of the fourth quarter. Jerry, go ahead.
The turnovers are starting to even out. 18 for Aberdeen and 16 for Shelton. What was neat? Well, Shelton outscored Aberdeen 22-8 in that quarter. So that was a good quarter for the Highclimbers.
Highclimbers will start the fourth with the ball. High post feed outside to Herman Hildo. She'll dribble to the foul line. Had it poked out of her hands a couple of times by Kaladze, and Kaladze's going to get the third time he's going to draw a foul, and that's what, 4 on her now?
Yep, 4.
Wow. That's why she hasn't played very much here in the late going. 4.
And they're leaving her in. I mean,
yeah.
Well,
that's coach's decision.
Yeah,
we don't question.
Yep.
Inbounds from the baseline to Bailey Place from Borden. Bailey will get it down to Simmons back in there. Sneaks around the defenders. It's knocked out of bounds. I think they get the block. If you're going to give anything to anybody, it's going to be on Jandu. So we'll do it again from the baseline. Borden will trigger the play to the right of the backboard. Looks in the middle, bounces it to Bailey Place. Going to drive baseline. Go right to the bucket with a runner. Boy, oh boy. 8 points for Ani Bailey Place and the foul.
One of the things we do when we know that somebody has 4 fouls is, as officials, sometimes during a timeout, we'll come together and say, hey, 21 has 4 fouls. You know, make sure you don't do something on, you know, give her a cheap foul. Make sure it's something that's worth it, right?
I'm sorry, I'm chuckling over the play. Everybody thought it was 2 shots, but it was a made basket and the extra point, which actually went in by Bailey Place. And everybody was still playing. The referees had to say, wait, we got to get it inbounds. Here's Knutson over to Manio back in the ball game. Fakes the 3, tried to drive baseline, cut off by Herman Hildo. Bounce it up top to Knutson, over to Brown. Brown back to Manio for 3 off the rim. There's a rebound and a putback by Kaladze. It's her first bucket of the ball game. 56-28 is the score. 7:05 to go here in the ball game. Shelton on top. And with the ball is Bailey Place. Speeds down the center of the court. Goes right to the bucket. Yeah, that was obviously a little bit of a foul there. One thing I haven't, should ask you about since you're here, flagrant fouls.
Yeah.
That's really kind of a hard.
It is, but anything that is not a basketball play,
okay,
is typically considered a flagrant foul. So somebody getting pushed with 2 hands in the back as they're going, you know, those aren't basketball plays. They're not trying to play defense. It's
just personal, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's a judgment, but and you can get talked out of it by your partner.
So Bailey Place went 1 and 2 at the free throw line. The rebound went to the Bobcats. Over to Brown. Brown up top to Knutson, near side. Manio cross court to Brown. Up top to Knutson, over to Manio. Lob it down low to Jendo. She missed the shot but drew the foul on the Climbers.
It was on Bailey.
Was it? You say.
Listen, you know, I should have waited, right?
I think you're right, but, you know.
I did not do what I preach.
First free throw by Jandu is off. To get another one. They haven't posted it, so I'm going to give it to Annie Bailey Place, her second. And let's see who comes in. Number 11 is Kenise Irvin. Or is it Kenisi? It's Kenisi, sorry. She's in for the Bobcats, first time tonight. So you might see some starters start coming out here, 6:40 to go. Second free throw is way off, and yeah, didn't hit the rim, so you have to stop the play, right?
Yep, you stop the play, and of course, you're getting your substitutes in now, and just move forward.
So did she make the first one?
No.
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 Okay, thank you.
Here's the inbounds to Simmons. Simmons will get it to Bailey Place now. Borden will bring it across midcourt. Set the offense. Bailey Place with it. Going to fake the pass and the shot and then hand it off to Borden over to Herman Hildo, and I'm not sure what that was. Anyways, the Bobcats come away with it. Here's Kaladze tracking down the ball in the the far corner. She'll put a runner up and in. Kennedy with 4 points now. And it's 57-30. High inbounds pass deflected right into Knutson's hands and then nearly stolen, but they're going to call a foul. I believe it's going to be on, well, the reaction from Ashley Herman Hildo says it's going to be on her, although I'm thinking it might go to Bailey Place.
You know, it's rare that you ever find athletes putting their hand up when they foul these days.
It did go on Herman Hildo, her second. Baseline shot is off by Kaladze. And here come the Highclimbers. Borden over to Bailey Place. Off her hands, out of bounds. Under 6 minutes remaining here. 57-30 is our score. Shelton on top. And the Bobcats have the ball now after the turnover. Over to Dunlap. Back up top to Knutson. And a three on the way by Irvin. Short and out of bounds. So that'll go over to the Highclimbers. So let's set the Highclimber lineup. Bailey Place, the inbounds in backcourt. You've got Galloway, Borden, Simmons, and Herman Hildo on the court, and that'll be a turnover on the Highclimbers. Bobcats, quick inbounds to Lamont up and in. 3 points for Olivia. 57-32. Inbounds goes to Borden for the Highclimbers after the made basket by Lamont. Up it goes to Bailey Place. Ani holding the ball, fakes outside, or fakes inside, goes outside, goes to Galloway. Up top to Borden. Over to Herman Hildo with 10 on the shot clock. Now Galloway back to Herman Hildo. Looking low, nobody's open. Up top to Borden, 5 on the shot clock. Galloway back to Borden. Borden dives side of the paint to the hoop. Missed the shot. Rebound tracked down by Lamont. Out to Knudsen. Knudsen will get it up. And a nice little pass to Kaladze. Missed the shot. But a foul is called. So Kennedy Kaladze to the free throw line. Bianca Simmons picked up her first personal. That's the third team foul on the Highclimbers. Kennedy Kaladze with the first free throw. It's in. Here comes Sunny Cordova and Janelle Christ for the Highclimbers. Bianca Simmons and Bailey Place will sit down. Returning for the Bobcats will be Harnour Jandu. And Knudsen will sit down. Second free throw on the way and in by Kaladze. She has 6 points. 57-34. Borden tiptoes the sidelines, tried to throw it to Christ, and Christ couldn't get to it in a turnover.
Yeah, they're starting to pick up a lot of turnovers this half. The Highclimbers are.
Under 5 minutes remaining here. Sideline inbounds. Irvin gets it in to Dunlap and then gets it back and back to Dunlap over to John Dew for, they're going to give her a 3 attempt on that, I guess, which was a miss, and Cordova had the rebound. There comes Borden. The hand was up. He did have a whole hand up. He didn't actually put up the 3. So I'm not really sure you count that as a 3. It didn't look like she was shooting from 3. Here's a quick pass up, and we have a foul. As Sawyer Shoemaker made the shot, but I think it'll be on the floor.
Yeah, he called the shot off.
Okay. Herman Hildo just picked up her 4th. Is it 3rd? Okay. So baseline inbounds for the Bobcats. Kaladze will trigger the play left of the backboard.
That is her 4th.
Is her 4th, Jerry? Okay, inbounds goes to the foul line. Jumper by Shoemaker. Off, rebound tracked down by Jando. Her shot is knocked out of bounds. I don't know who had that block, Jerry. Did you see? Either
yes,
way,
I did. 23 Janelle Christ.
Christ had the block? Okay. So we baseline inbounds again. Kaladze again from the left of the backboard into Dunlap. Had it stripped by Borden, but they're going to call a foul. 4:18 to go here in the ball game. They're going to get Borden with her first personal. That's the 5th team foul on the Climbers. So that'll send Shea Dunlap to the free throw line for 2 shots. Missed the first one, she'll get another one. Second free throw up and in. That's Shea's first point of the ball game. Makes it 57-35. Here's Borden in backcourt. Guarded by Dunlap because it took Galloway. Totally lost the handle out of bounds, and that'll be another turnover on the Climbers. 4:08 to go in the ball game. Some people call this garbage time, but I don't like that phrase.
No, I don't. Because those girls are out there playing their hardest.
That's right.
They
exactly.
Are.
It's just more experience for these younger players. There's a 3 on the way by Jandu. Rebound by Kaladze. Tried to split the double team. She does. She put it up and in. Give her 8 points, all in the quarter. And it's a 20-point Highclimber lead. Inbounds is knocked away by Dunlap. And we'll do it again.
You know, you're right. There's some players that rarely see the court, and when they get an opportunity, they play hard.
They play very hard. We do have a timeout on the field, on the court. Flashback to football. We'll keep it here. It's a full timeout.
Yeah, 3rd timeout.
Third
for the
timeout by the
Highclimbers.
Highclimbers. So we'll keep it right here. Just to finish your thought there, Ben. Go ahead.
Yeah, they work hard in practice all week, all season. A lot of them are doing summer ball, and they're still, maybe at the end of the bench. Maybe they're a freshman or they're a sophomore. And they're just not getting that opportunity. So when they do, they work hard. The officials still need to work hard. So we respect that.
All right, we talked about that there are players who you look at them and say they need more time on the court.
Exactly.
And they're on the varsity. They don't get enough time to really improve. Yeah. Do you want to throw them in a JV game? But then you're limited on how much they can play.
Yeah.
Or you can go with 3/4 JV, and then maybe at the end of the varsity game, they can get in that last quarter. Well, that gives them that experience, especially the game situation.
Right, that's a coach's call. We don't have any.
Right, exactly.
But you look at we watch a lot of these guys, and it's like this guy just needs more time on the court, more time playing. When he has the opportunity, or that girl, I should say, she does better.
Yeah,
but just not giving that opportunity.
It depends on the situation, who they're playing, whatever. Yeah.
So it'll be backcourt inbounds for the Highclimbers. Christ will inbounds it. She'll lob it in to Galloway, and it's poked away, but not out of bounds by Dunlap. Galloway tracks it down, and then another knock out of bounds. This time.
And there again, it's like you said, it's possession. They keep possession.
Right. So it's not a turnover. That was knocked out of bounds by Delaney Shoemaker. So sideline backcourt inbounds. Oh, she just got it in on the line. It was Herman Hildo. Just had that toe on the line.
Did she?
Oh, just enough. I saw it. I didn't know if the referee would. That's happened a couple of times, actually, where you see it and we see it, but the referee just missed it.
And she reacted to it, too.
Right. That's another indication. Quick passes here is Shoemaker. Sawyer Shoemaker couldn't get it to drop in. Price with the rebound. And Janelle's going to bring it up this time. Get the Highclimbers in the front court, but stolen away by Delaney Shoemaker. And there's another turnover. Herman Hildo takes it away. And she'll speed up to the three-point arc on the far side. Cross court it goes to Borden. Ice that hoop, left open. She missed it. Rebound, however, is Christ. Rolls it right to Borden to the hoop, up and in. That's Ashley's first basket of the ball game. Approaching 3 minutes to go here in the game. 59-37 is our score. Shelton on top. Aberdeen with the ball. Here's Jandu into the corner to Irvin. Missed that three. Rebound goes all the way out and out of bounds. That should be a Highclimber ball, and it is. Bianca Simmons will step back onto the court for the Highclimbers. Ashley Herman-Hildo will sit down. So it's Cordova, Simmons, Galloway, Borden, and Price on the court for the Climbers. Inbounds goes to Borden. I was wondering if that was going to happen. Borden had the inbounds, tried to get it to Christ. Christ did not establish herself on the court before she got the ball.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That is a turnover, Jerry. You can mark that one down.
25.
25 now, okay. So it'll be baseline inbounds for the Bobcats, a catch and a shoot, and off the glass and in for Sawyer Shoemaker. Gives her 6 points, her first in the fourth. And it's a 20-point lead for the Highclimbers, 2:40 to go. And the inbound stolen away and out of, was that a block or?
It was a block.
It was a block, okay. So Shoemaker had it blocked out. So the Bobcats will do it again. Inbounds goes to Jandu. Missed the shot. Could have called a foul on that one.
Absolutely.
But a good no whistle at this point in the game. Here's Borden pushing the pace to Cordova for a long two. Missed it. Rebound poked out, but tracking it down will be Sawyer. This is Sawyer Shoemaker. She's trying to go post to coast, and that's an offensive foul on Sawyer Shoemaker. Her first, third team foul, fourth team foul. I'm behind one. Okay. So a lot about player control, right? When they're just out of control and they're knocking people down, that's obviously it.
And the defender has to have, 2 feet down. Well, it's not truly 2 feet down. They could be jumping straight up in the air, but they have to come back in the same spot.
Okay, so Christ has the ball on the dribbles. Swing it over to Cordova. Back to Christ. Lob it to the near side. Galloway finds Borden. 10 on the shot clock to Christ, spinning in and scooping it up, and it popped out. Rebound, well, it'll be a foul on the Highclimbers. Pick a climber there. Christ or Simmons.
And you know, with more practice, she's only a freshman. She'll be able to use that left hand the next time, you know, future games.
So we'll go to the other end of the mini down for 2 free throws, and they haven't posted. I think it was on Borden, but I'm not sure, Jerry. That does send. Who's this at the line? Number 13, Delaney Shoemaker. First free throw off the back of the iron. She'll get another. No, let's see. Oh, it went on Bianca Simmons is that foul. That's Bianca's third. Second free throw off the mark as well. And there's going to be a foul on that one as well. And back to the free throw line is going to go Shoemaker, Delaney Shoemaker.
Yeah, this is time you just don't want to get anybody hurt.
Right.
So when they get in there, they're working hard, they're fighting for the ball, and you know, players are reaching in, and you just don't want, you know, an injury here at the end of the game. Blow that whistle right away and stop the play.
Right. Cody Galloway picked up her first personal foul, or second personal foul, pardon me. And at the free throw line for 2 more free throws was Delaney Shoemaker. She missed the first one, she'll get another one. Missed the second one. Tracking down the rebound is going to be Sawyer Shoemaker, but unfortunately she was traveling to do that. That's
Exactly. Picked up their 21st turnover.
So 1:37 to go in the ball game. 59-39 is our score. Inbounds goes to Christ. Janelle speeding across midcourt. Gonna wisely turn around. Nope, she's gonna pop for 3. 21 points for Janelle Christ. And so 120 remaining with 62-39 on the scoreboard. Here's Jandu into the corner. Irvin for 3. No. Rebound. Ooh. Well, that was clearly a foul by Simmons. That'll be her 4th. That'll send Sawyer Shoemaker to the free throw line. .112 to go in the ball game. First 3 throws off. She'll get another one. This is quite a difference since the last game that we did in this building, Jerry. Quite a difference. And I won't go into reasons why. Second free throw. That one goes in. Give her 7 points.
Yeah, the visiting team the last game only went to the foul line a couple times.
Here's a quick pass down to Cordova, out of bounds, and that'll go over to the Bobcats. 104 remains in the game. 62-40 is our score.
Yeah, you're right. A lot more fouls have been called.
Here is Dunlap swinging it over to Irvin. Irvin, a couple of dribbles, finds it to the side of the paint, and a little runner in there by Shoemaker is off. Rebound goes to Simmons. Here comes Borden. 45 seconds. Over to Cordova. She's going to take a 3. Nope. Rebound goes to Sawyer Shoemaker. Pushing it up is Irvin. Irvin gets it to Delaney Shoemaker, out of bounds. It'll be Bobcat ball with 32.3 seconds remaining. About 9 seconds between game and shot clock. Inbounds and a quick shot by Shoemaker, missed it. Rebound rolls into the hands of Christ, and a jump ball is called. That saves the Bulldogs. The Bobcats. Where am I here? I'm wrong team completely.
That's tomorrow night, dude.
Yeah, that's true. Baseline inbounds, quick inbounds to Irvin. Irvin will take a 3. Short. Rebound goes to Christ. She'll get it out to Galloway. Galloway will get it back to Christ. Here come the Highclimbers with 15 seconds. Christ at the top. I think they'll just run this out. Christ will just hold the ball with the dribbles, and there's 8 seconds. 5 now. And that'll do it. The Highclimbers 62, the Bobcats 40. We'll take a timeout as it's the final here in the Mini Dome. We'll be right back. Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
Hood Canal Communications keeps our community connected. We provide communication services that connect friends and family. We're connecting with our neighbors through support of local causes and events. Connecting our students and schools to a world of learning resources. And connecting you to the latest technology with local customer service. Learn more about our community connections, high-speed internet, and streaming TV options. Visit hcc.net today.
Mason County is a very special place. When you're looking for sound real estate advice, pick the team that has called Mason County home for 5 generations. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate is always thrilled to help you buy or sell real estate in our area. Whether it is Hood Canal, Harstein Island, Matlock, Tahuya, South Puget Sound, or Shelton, the Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate has the experience you can trust. Remember, when it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge.
An important safety reminder from Mason PUD 3. Please never touch a downed power line. If a power line falls on your vehicle, stay inside and call 911. Tell others to stay back, wait for emergency personnel. Never touch anyone or anything in contact with a downed power line. Always stay at least 100 feet away. Never use an object to move a downed wire. Don't remove trees or limbs near a downed line. Electricity travels through ground, trees, branches, and more. It's not safe. If you see a downed line, call PUD 3 at 360-426-8255.
Hi folks, Diedrich Allen with Mason Web TV powered by HCC, your source for live high school sports with play-by-play. Once again, Mason Web TV is broadcasting select games every week this school year. Football, basketball, baseball, softball. We bring you all the action, from the kickoff to the final whistle, from the tip-off to the final buzzer, from the first pitch to the last out. Watch how it happens on Mason Web TV powered by HCC. Business owners, you can get in on the action as well. Go online, email, call, or text right now to find out how.
And it's a final here in the Mini Dome. The Shelton Highclimbers knock off the Aberdeen Bobcats by a score of 62-40, and I'll just turn that off so I can actually have a conversation. The Highclimbers did it with 4 players in double figures, led by Janelle Christ, 21 points. Cedar Wiley had 17, 10 for Annie Bailey Place, 10 for Olivia Swanson. 2 points for Ashley Borden and 2 points for Ashley Herman-Hilda. For the Bobcats, Bentley Brown finished with 13 points, 9 for Sawyer Shoemaker, 8 for Kennedy Kaladzi, all in the 4th quarter, by the way. Let's see here, 4 for Delaney Shoemaker, 4 for Sophia Knudsen, 3 for Olivia Lamont. And let's see here, a free throw for Shay Dunlap. Ben, your first experience with us here, or what do you think?
I enjoyed it. You all made it fun for me. It's a different opportunity for me, so yeah.
Well, you're welcome to come back anytime you want to.
All right, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
And I appreciate your insights on officiating, and I know that there's a shortage all sports, across all sports. So
absolutely. And you know, if you can do it, come on out. You know, we need you.
Yeah, that's the thing. And you know, you can do all sports if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Or if you just like soccer, hey, come on out and do some soccer. You know, it's nothing limiting you to the big sports, as they call it, football and basketball, baseball, softball.
Yeah, they need it everywhere, all year long. You know, some officials work everything. You know, they work during the fall, the winter, and during the spring they're doing softball and baseball and doing it all. So,
well, the softball and the baseball has got to be really hard to make when you're having a 4 o'clock game and you're working for a living. So
yeah, that's it for a lot of folks. You know, trying to get to an early game. There's some of the officials that have that ability. I had a hard time. You know, I work full-time jobs. So,
right.
trying to even get to the JV game at 5:30 or 5:45 sometimes.
Right. And they don't like put you in their closest spot.
Right.
They'll put you where they need you, right? They don't necessarily say,
you're traveling.
Ben, you're in
around.
Shelton, so I
Yeah.
want you to Belfair, or something
Although
like
I got to say that all the time I officiated, I rarely went to Rainier from Shelton.
Oh, that's good. That's
so
good.
I stayed on this side for the most part.
Okay.
So.
Where was what's the furthest you had to go?
Rainier would have been
Rainier
in our association.
Okay.
Lewis County, if you're working down there, you're going out to White Pat, Randall, those types, Mossy Rock.
Mossy Rock,
yeah. So they're traveling on the east side of the mountains. They really have
to travel.
Yeah.
And you've done some games out in Merriam Knight, right?
Yep, I've done.
Those
yeah,
are always
usually do a couple of games at Merriam Knight a year. You're doing the girls' game, and the funny thing about Merriam Knight, you'll do a girls' game, and you're getting ready for the boys' game, and the girls that just played basketball might be suiting up as a cheerleader for the boys' game.
It's small schools.
Yeah,
they're really fun.
Yeah.
Jerry, are you ready for?
I'm ready.
Okay, go ahead with your stats.
Thank you. Okay, first for the visiting Aberdeen Bobcats. They had 21 turnovers, only 5 in the second half, so that was interesting. They were 13 for 51 from the field for about 25%, give or take. So 16 turnovers, 25%. Here's what hurts. They were only 6 for 21 from the foul line. You're looking at less than a little over 25% on that, 30%. So that's a big difference right there. As far as the Bobcats are concerned, they had a total of 27 rebounds. Remember that number. They had 10 assists, and they had 4 steals. So they started to pick up a few steals more in the second half.
Okay.
Shelton had 37 rebounds compared to Aberdeen's 27. Shelton had 17 assists compared to Aberdeen's 10. And they had 8 steals compared to Aberdeen's 4. Aberdeen played with a little more intensity, got in the second half as far as creating turnovers. That was good for Aberdeen. As far as the Highclimbers are concerned, this is really nice. They made 25 out of 54 shots from the field. That's good. That's 46%. They did not go to the foul line that much. They only went to the foul line at 7 attempts. They made 3 out of 7, a little bit under 50%. They had 27 turnovers. In the first half, they had only 9. So that second half, Shelton did pick up a lot more turnovers. So that's basically it. I want to thank Daryl for doing an outstanding job on the statistics. He got out of his hidden place tonight and was up here in the stands. And I want to thank my good friend Ben.
Yeah.
I've known Ben for a long time, and I enjoy working with him when it comes to prevention work. You do an amazing job.
Thank you, Jerry.
You got a great coalition.
Yep. I appreciate that, and I appreciate all your help over the years volunteering. You did some good work.
All right, is that it there, Jerry?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me fill out my little sheet here. I didn't do that. 62-40, right? That's our final.
Yeah, what was the final score?
62-40.
62-40.
Okay, so next up for the Highclimbers, they travel to Centralia next Wednesday. The Bobcats head to Hoquiam on Monday. Our next broadcast is tomorrow when the North Mason girls host Bainbridge. Tip-off in Belfair at 7 o'clock. The Bulldogs did fall in Paulsbo. Or no, I guess it was North Mason. Did fall on Tuesday night.
Yeah,
so
North Kitsap's always has good programs.
Right, it wasn't a blowout, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to actually see it, so
right.
There were some problems. There was in Paulsbo. Either way, yeah, but they're still playing good ball. It should be good. Bainbridge, I believe, is probably 6-0 in their conference.
And
so.
Bainbridge moved from a 3A down to 2A, and are even more competitive this year.
So that's tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Jerry and I will be up there. I guess that's it.
All right. Well,
thank you, Ben.
Yeah.
It was so wonderful. I learned a lot from you tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right. So that'll do it for us here in the Mini Dome. Let's turn this off and silence some of the noise in here. Final again, Shelton 62, Aberdeen 40. And the final again, that's what I said. We'll talk to you tomorrow from Belfair. You've been watching High School Sports on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.
The preceding presentation on Mason Web TV, powered by HCC, has been brought to you by Hood Canal Communications, committed to providing quality services that exceed customer expectations in voice, video, data, and customer service, keeping our community connected since 1934. Mason County Public Health and Human Services Prevention Education Partners Substance Abuse Prevention Coalition. Mason PUD 3, connecting our community with safe, reliable, economical, and sustainable services 24/7. The Conklin team at Windermere Real Estate. When it comes to real estate, nothing compares to local knowledge. Mason County Public Utility District Number 1, Washington State's first public utility district, proudly serving the Hood Canal in Mason County since 1935. And Mason Health, united community, empowered people, exceptional health.
Thanks for watching Mason Web TV, powered by HCC.